Now earlier this year I wanted to buy a new printer. I went to Amazon and typed in HP DeskJet into the user interface. Do you know how many printers I got? Easily enough printers to have a printer for every day in the year. The 1000 series, the 2000 series, the 3000, all the way up to the 6000 series. Within the 3000 series there was a 3050, a 3054. Within the 3050s there was a 3050 all-in-one, a 3050 all-in-one wireless. Who needs all these printers? Contrast this with the day of Henry Ford. Good old Henry allegedly said that you can have any color of a car as long as it is black. Now that apparently was not quite true. There were variations of color, but when things got busy at Ford, they loved to produce black cars. First, it helped them to just have one type of a car on the production line, and second, it turns out that black paint dries really quickly. In this module, we'll discuss why firms like variety. Variety means offering choice to the customer. We will also discover that variety causes disruptions in the flow of the operations. One reason for variety is based on fit. Take shoe size as an example. You and I will differ in what size of running shoes we would like to purchase. And the closer a running shoe company is able to provide the shoes they offer to us to our desired shoe size, the more likely they will be to make the deal. You see this here in the utility function. You see how I as a customer have one shoe size, or in this case a t-shirt size that I really like, and the more we move away from this ideal point, the unhappier I will be. If you give me a running shoe size 7, I prefer no running shoe at all. Economists refer to such situations as horizontal differentiation. If you have taken an econ course, you might have heard of Hot City as a famous model of this. Examples for horizontal differentiation are shoe sizes or t-shirt sizes, but also things such as locations of stores or opening hours as well as departure times for planes and for trains. Unlike horizontal differentiation, vertical differentiation captures a product choice situation in which everybody agrees what is good and what is not. You and I disagree in our liking of a size 12 running shoe, but we agree that 128 gigabytes in our iPod is better than just having 64. You notice vertical differentiation in the shape of a customer utility function over the various product offerings. Everybody agrees that this is good and this side is not. Though everybody likes the high-end version of the product, customers still are heterogeneous in their ability and willingness to pay for the high-end. This still leads to some customers buying the low-end version of the product and captures a form of price discrimination or market segmentation. The third form of variety is one where customers have a more complex utility function over the product space. For example, I like Diet Coke. I also like lemon juice. However, you would have to pay me to drink Diet Coke with lemon. The utility function over the various product offerings here, as a consequence of that, is rugged. It has local optima, and it is very hard to predict for the company where a specific customer is going to be in his or her liking of the product. Examples of this are situations where we're dealing with music, food, or art. These are very multidimensional utility functions in which it is very hard to custom tailor a product to the specific needs of a consumer. The only way typically to find out what works is by trial and error and seeing what the consumer actually chooses. Firms offer variety to make money. Fit-based and taste-based variety is used to cater to heterogeneous customers. The closer we can come to an ideal choice for a particular customer, the higher of a price can we charge. Performance-based variety is used to segment the market. We would like to separate those who really value a particular performance dimension and those who do not. We can then charge higher prices to those who really appreciate that quality or performance dimension. However, there are also other reasons for variety. Consider the following examples. Oftentimes, customers seek variety for its own sake. Think about going out for lunch. A restaurant might hold a broad menu not just to appeal to many different customers who have different preferences for salads or sandwiches. They might also attempt to capture more business from the same customer. By offering the customer choice, the customer can come repeatedly, maybe every day of the week, to the restaurant and not eat the same salad every day. Variety is also used to avoid competition. Consider a firm that sells power tools, for example, to Home Depot and to Lowe's. Most of these retailers would like to claim that they have very low prices. So a firm might sell product 1, 2, 3, 4A to Lowe's and an almost identical product 1, 2, 3, 4B to Home Depot, and then both of these companies can happily claim that they are offering the lowest price. In this session, we have encountered various forms of product variety. We've also discussed why firms might be providing variety to their customers. In the remainder of this module, we'll discuss the various costs of variety. In the first couple of sessions, we'll focus on the production-related costs of variety, which will typically take the forms of extra setup times and extra inventory. We'll then talk about distribution-related costs of variety and conclude the module from the customer's perspective. As it will turn out, even the customer will not always want to have too much choice because they might just be overwhelmed by the amount of choice that we provide them.